Howdy, mates. Good morning. How are we all doing today? It is Friday, September 16th, 2022, and you may notice that I'm smiling a bit more than usual this time. Well, that's just simply because, for the first time in my life, of all my travels that I have partaken in humbly, I present to you Lake Okeechobee, the largest lake found in the state of Florida. This lake, approximately, if you were to calculate from where I'm standing to the complete other side of the lake, it could range about 60 to 70 miles across. This lake is essentially so large that you can't even see the other side of it at all. So it kind of reminds you as if you're at the ocean, but we aren't. Lake Okeechobee is what you call, it's basically what you call a freshwater lake, So there's no form of saltwater here, and it's basically more inland too. Like we're a bit closer to central Florida. So just being able to finally, after all these years that I've spent time in Florida and even living down here, I've never actually fully had a chance to see Lake Okeechobee. So I remain very grateful for that. But as you can see, despite it being the largest lake in Florida, it still faces much degradation. And that's just simply from how much alteration has happened to this lake. Like there's basically walls in several parts of the lake among the shores, dams too. So a lot of man-made structures are found throughout this lake. And this lake is a bit more what you call controlled too, especially by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which there are several districts of the Corps of Engineers that is located at Lake Okeechobee, simply because of its sheer size. Now, that being said, there is one particular river that does feed into the lake, and I'm going to be funny about it. I'm going to turn this Italian. You want to a Kissimmee? Yeah. Kissimmee River meets up with Lake Okeechobee. So, a Kissimmee is definitely true. The Lake Kissimmee comes from basically the northwest, and it ranges all the way up to Kissimmee, or closer to Orlando. But then you go a bit further south, more to the southwest, it will then provide another opening that will essentially form the headwaters of the Caloosahatchee River. So for those of you who have seen the Caloosahatchee River, well, just know that majority of that water that you're seeing in that river is from here. Now, what I wanted to bring special attention to, since I am here, is there is a particular company that, actually maybe I'll have to break it up into a second video, just because it would be a long video if I mention it all in one piece. So, we'll hold on to that for a second. But either way, this lake is extremely crucial, just because, it provides a major water source for residents and even our wildlife too. This is essentially one big, what you call, resort for our, shorebirds, wading birds, reptiles, amphibians, fishes, anything you can basically think of that really makes up our fauna. They rely on Lake Okeechobee as a home. Oh yeah, and you can't forget the shelled organisms too, such as the native apple snail, for example. Not talking about the invasive variety, I'm talking about the native variety. Wow, it's really cool. And no, you won't see mangroves here either. And that's just simply because, since this is freshwater, mangroves are more of a salt-tolerant plant. So, if you guys were expecting mangroves to be seen here, you may be a little disappointed. So, I'm going to break this up into another video because even as gorgeous as Lake Okeechobee is, and really what it provides for, Florida's ecosystem, it, due to a lot of influence, especially from man, Lake Okeechobee faces some issue. But there have been solutions to those issues. So, alright, stay tuned for my part 2, you guys. Take care.